All right.
Sushant, welcome to MusiCulture. Thank you so much for coming on board for an interaction with us. And I've been looking at your journey. I was seeing some numbers as I always do for the artists that I interact with. Your YouTube has 2.56 million subscribers, if I'm not wrong, and your Spotify has about 6.7 lakh monthly listeners. You started around 10 years back with your first album that came out, and Ama was a song that literally put you on the map. From there to now, how do these numbers look like to you, and how do you see your journey so far of what you have achieved so far in the music?
I mean, honestly, numbers were never what I planned for. I mean, I wasn't interested in that actually. But then this thing, the numbers, it's all born out of pure passion. And I used to sing when I was a kid. Since I was a kid, I've been into music. And like you talked about Ama, it was my first music video that we shot. And then at that time, uh, this wave of singer-songwriters began in 2016 or 15, and I released that song during that time. And then I feel like whatever we've done so far, uh, it's something that has come after because of the love for music that I have. And yeah.
How did this develop in you? I mean, what attracted you towards music, and how has been your music education so far? I also know, or I've actually read somewhere that you have also studied from Berkeley.
I am still studying in Berkeley, actually. So let me go way back. As I told you, I was into music since I was a kid, and then at one point, my maternal uncle actually he hooked me up with a nice musician, and then I started writing songs when I was doing my A levels in Nepal only. And then I didn't really know if I could write or not, but then I still tried after finishing my grade 10 examinations. And I tried a few lines every day, and then I used to sing inside my house on the stairs. And then my mom used to tell me, "Nah, you gotta. I think you should start recording these because these sound nice to me." And then yeah, that's how eventually I got to meet the producer that I talked about, and then we made a couple of songs, um, 4 or 5 songs, including Ama, and we shot the video for Ama, and then I had to go to Australia to for my higher studies to get a degree. At that time, I mean, my parents were very supportive, though. They used to ask me if I wanted to study music, but then I wasn't confident enough. And then I thought, like, maybe I should become an entrepreneur. Music could be something that I love, but maybe I'll do that as a side quest. But then I need to like become a businessman. That was my entire thought process back then. But when I went to Australia, I got introduced to so many different genres of music, and then the all the chart topping music and the different kind of genres that was happening back then, and I was so intrigued by that, and I still wanted to make music because coming from Nepal to Australia, where the culture is different and the style of music that people listen to is different. I feel like that was a big gain for me. I got to explore new kinds of music. And when I went to Australia, I knew that studying was important because I was studying in University of New South Wales. It was one of the best schools in Australia, I think. And yeah, but then still, I went to the classes. When I got back to my apartment, it was always I always felt like something's missing, and I went and like got my guitar, and then I was singing every day. I was trying to make music every day. And at one point, my friends, who I am very grateful for, they were very supportive, especially as a student when you are living on your own. You have to handle your living expenses. and all that stuff. But my friends were so supportive. They asked me to like get equipments to record your shit, and to start publishing your music. And then that's how I got motivated. They pushed me. My family were always supportive, and that's when I released and produced my own song. It was I think back in 2018, I think, and that is when I started producing my own music too. And then we have we dro- I drove into like so many different phases while I was a student in Australia, but then I found my path with music. So here I am.
Now, I think sometimes it takes a country outside of your native place to figure out where you want to be in life.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so, on that note, what were you studying in Australia?
I was studying business,
So I have
basically.
held this long theory that every artist is a businessman in himself or herself, or if not businessman, an entrepreneur in himself and herself. You are the product, and you got to sell what you are to the
Yes,
people
sir.
in general. So has this study of entrepreneurship helped you in your artistic journey as well?
It definitely has. Had I not studied business or finance, or it wouldn't have given me the skills to manage whatever is going on, except for the music, right? The creativity part, I wouldn't be able to. I think I wouldn't be able to handle it properly. But then, uh, because of that too, I feel like it has supported me in some kind of ways.
Fair point. And I think this is something I try to express to the other artists also, that while you're an artist, you're a creative person, it's important to also understand how the business of music also works, so that nobody can take advantage of you. And I think if you have done some course around it, it only bodes well for the artist. You said you started producing from 2018, and your first EP, if I'm not wrong, came in 2016, which had Amma basically. And I'm talking about the EP which had Amma. So, when did you realize you want to learn production? Or are you self-taught producer, or you have learned production?
I am a self-taught producer, and like I said, when I after my lectures and tutorials in the university, I used to come back home, and then I was always driven to make some more music, and that's how I thought like it was maybe time to create my own instruments, create my own sounds too. So yeah, like that.
I mean, it's very important to be a producer, I think, and
Hmm.
it gives you the full scale to create what you want to create. Having said that, Bardali was a runaway success, and it was possibly one of your most streamed songs in your catalog so far. How did this collaboration with T Series happen for recreating Bardali as Uff in the Hindi version of it?
We felt like one another song which I released before Bardali. It's called Porkhana. People started listening to that song in India too. We got into playlists and stuff, and after that, we came up with Bardali, which was actually one of the shortest um, projects that we've ever pulled off in the shortest time. I mean,
Okay.
it was around the time of Tihar, Diwali time,
Okay.
and then a week before that, I came up with the tune for Bardali, and I was in the studio. I felt like this could be made into a very festive kind of song. So maybe we should start writing. And then in the same day, I called my filmmakers, gave them the vision to how the video should be, what I'm trying to create, and visually what you guys need to think. And we discussed for that specific day. Later, the next day, we I finished the song, and then in the same week we shot the video for it. We called some big actors, influencers, for the video too, and I think everything felt perfectly for Bardali. The music was not intended. I didn't intend to make any Bardali kind of song, but then it just instantly came out when I was just with my guitar. And the filmmakers were right there outside my office, and then I called them, and I don't know. It was a very fitted incident, you know. And we shot everything in the same week. So that's how Bardali was made. And then later, thanks to Shashank Bhai and Shivam sir and Bhusan sir, we got to bring out turn Bardali into Uff. And it was great working with T Series. Of course, it's one of the biggest labels in the world, and I'm very much grateful. I could turn that piece, Bardali, into with another language into Uff, and I really love that project.
I think Oof has really done well. Also, one of the things that reflects how well it has done is that it's not just released in Hindi. I think there is also a Bengali version of Oof that has been released
Oh yeah.
by, if I'm not wrong, am I correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's another very interesting, um, yeah, fact about Bardali.
Correct. So, moving from Bardali and Oof to Jaadugari is your latest song.
Hmm.
How comfortable, first let me ask you this, how comfortable are you with Hindi as a language, as a language of art, or as a language of your as a spoken language?
Um, I'm quite fluent when I'm singing in Hindi, but then I can't speak fluently.
Fair enough.
It's because since I was a kid, whenever some guests came to my house, my mom always used to make me sing for them, and then I used to sing songs of Arijit Singh and Sonu Nigam and everyone back then. And I think we used to listen to Hindi songs a lot before everyone in the household, and I used to sing Hindi songs as well as Nepali songs, but mostly Hindi. And that's how I think I became fluent to sing in Hindi, but not speak yet.
Fair enough. I think it's Hindi has become more of a language of art for you, more than anything else. And speaking about Hindi, and let's say talking about Nepal and India, culturally, Nepal and India have a lot of commonalities. And to be fair, uh, people of India have a lot of affinity towards people from Nepal, and I'm sure you must have felt that as well in the uh, in the overall working experience of yours. What is your future plan to stay with the Hindi music industry or the Indian music industry, and what are the projects that you are looking forward to in case you are looking forward to?
See, for me, I think music is the most important thing for me. That's what I love to do. And uh, whichever language it may be, I will still love it. I would still love to make music in different, more languages for sure. And then Hindi is something I am beginning to be comfortable to write to. And we would love to make more Hindi songs. It's just about where your music goes, right?
Yeah.
I believe, and I studied this too. A piece of art like a track or my music is 100% complete only when it reaches the people who can appreciate the art, right? So for us to have more of that, to widen our audience for any artist, is of good growth and something we would look forward to for sure. So along with making Nepali songs, of course, we want to still keep making Hindi songs too, and hopefully some more English and more. If I get to learn any more language, I would love to make music in that language too.
The more the merrier, as they say. And considering it's an art, it can be expressed in many languages. Language is never a barrier when it comes to expression and when it comes to music, at least. Talking about music, your Prime Minister, Mr. Balen Shah, he himself is a musician, a rapper by himself. So, how do you think the ecosystem of music is evolving in Nepal as such, if not just because of him being the prime minister, but generally also as an industry in Nepal?
Music. The situation of music industry in Nepal was already great, actually growing smoothly before um, our respected prime minister, he became a prime minister.
Yeah,
But then it's a great thing to have someone, a creative uh, person who can think like us and
yeah.
everyone, the youth as well as the older generations. It's great to have someone like that thinking about the country, and someone who can do something about the country. And that's it. It's not about like as an artist, he has always been a great rapper. Um, uh, we've been in touch a couple of times. But the love that he has for the country, I think it's unmatched. He used to be very vocal about that even before like he got into politics. So yeah.
So, what is that you would want to do in music when it comes to your own native language, Nepali, and how do you want to contribute to it in your own journey?
For me, I want to take Nepali language global. I think it could be done through music. Music has the highest chances of taking the language and the culture of Nepal to the wider to people outside. So I think that is my number one priority right now. Nepali music listened to by all the people outside of Nepal.
What do we expect from you in the coming 6 months of time?
I've been in the studio for 3 days straight, just making the songs for the album. And I think I gotta go home tonight, get some good night's rest, and then we'll come back again tomorrow. And then we're preparing an album, maybe multiple albums too, because I selected like 30, 40 songs out of 60 songs a few weeks back. And then I had so many songs in my bank, I needed to release them and then come up with more songs. So, yeah, we're prepping for that. And we're going on tour, Australia tour, around August, September. And hopefully we can plan a Nepal tour too. That's been in the talks with my manager and the team. And I would love to invite, if anyone from Australia is watching, or I would love to invite everyone to the show. We're planning for something very big. Could be one of the most, could be the biggest Nepali event in Australia. So
It's an extensive plan, I guess, and it's quite a mind blowing plan if I'm to put it very mildly. Also,
thank
uh,
you very much.
beyond touring, when I think about um, your growing catalog in the in India, in whichever language in India, it could be Hindi, it could be something else. What are your goals towards addressing this big market that has which already knows you now by now in fair extent, and there is affinity towards the kind of music that you're producing? Is there any specific goal that you have charted out for yourself to address or to be in this market or demography?
One thing that came to my mind is we would love to sing for Hindi movies. That is one. And we want to
Any
bring,
specific actor that you would like to that you have in your mind that you want to sing for him?
I mean, so many. There's so many I would love to sing for. And especially, it could suit them too. Kartik, Aaryan, or Ayushmann, Khurrana. Fresh young actors, I would love to sing for them. And we'd love, we're trying to make newer, I mean, a fresh kind of music, always in Hindi too, and then hopefully that could go well in India if it reaches the audience. And yeah, nothing. There's no pressure. We're just doing this every day in the studio, and whatever happens, happens.
Nice that you talked about the word pressure, because today in today's time a lot of pressure comes from social media, a lot of pressure comes
Mhm.
from your peer around, and a lot of pressure sometimes comes maybe from your manager also. All right, so when we talk about pressure, your first song Ama, I think it has touched about what, 21 million views or something like that. I'm talking about YouTube. This music came out of no pressure, no expectation. no understanding possibly of how this will shape up. And when this happened, how were your feelings? How were you absorbing those events? Because every day would have been an event for you. So what was
Mhm.
going through your mind and your psychology and your artistry when these things were happening with Ama?
So after releasing Ama, I was still thinking about going to Australia, studying to become an entrepreneur, still doing that. Because that project and all of the songs that I did along with Ama back then, it was born out of pure passion for sure. We just wanted to make music. I was making music, so my people around me, they pushed me to publish it and let it go out to the world. So it happened like that. And then, of course, I was into it. I was checking my socials and seeing many DMs every day, day by day, increasing. It was a great feeling. But then the most important feeling uh, was that it was my music was reaching to the people, to more people. So that was the most amazing thing about it after Ama. And then it didn't happen overnight, you know. It wasn't a viral song or anything. People started to discover the song very gradually uh, along the years, and then it got to a point where it was viral after a year, actually, after many months. So it was very gradual for me. Otherwise, maybe I would have been not so humble about it. But yeah, it took some time. Even my other songs after Ama, when I was in Australia, came back to Nepal to shoot a music video for a song called Mayama, which was also a hit. But after a while, it wasn't viral back then. So it took some time, and we got some time to digest everything that was happening.
I think in many senses, not having a viral song is a blessing as well. I mean, you might want to have a song that keeps picking up pace over a period of time, because that shows that the song is actually connecting with people. So look, your success has gone not just has stayed not just to Nepal. It is global now, to multiple countries, multiple continents. And on that positive note, I would like to thank you for taking time out and having a chat with us. Uh, we would keep track on your journey, and we'll possibly look forward to connecting with you when there are more moments coming in your artistic journey. Until then, wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and best wishes to you too for whatever you do. And it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye.